Ohio baseball will look very different in 2026 as a new era is ushered in. An entirely new coaching staff will lead a roster with over 25 newcomers. Andrew C. will be a collegiate head coach for the first time in his career, but despite the inexperience for him and some of his staff, he will be looking to hit the ground running.
Yeah, we do talk about winning, not defining it by the wins and losses on the field, but more or less how competitive we are in each game, no matter what happens, pitch to pitch, or inning to inning, or out to out. We want to have that competitive nature, even if we do a good job on Friday night and win the game, turn the page, go back to Saturday and focus on being the best competitors that we can, and vice versa. If we don't do so well on Friday night, we come out there on Saturday have the same mindset, and we're going to try to do that for all 56 games this year, no matter what our record is, good or bad.
The pitching staff was an area that needed a lot of overhaul this offseason. C's background coaching the likes of MLB All-Star Spencer Strider made him one of the best candidates for this role. He points to throwing more strikes as one of the things that he wants his staff to do when they take the bump.
We want to throw more strikes, period. I mean, you throw more strikes, you give yourself a chance. And, we have a mantra, no walks, even though we know we're going to walk guys. It's how we respond to those walks when we do give them up, and how we minimize the walks and the free passes, whether it's the stolen bases, the pass balls, wild pitches, all those things. We chart those. We confront our guys with them. When we do well, we tell them why they did, and when they didn't do well, we explain that. But we have high expectations and high standards on the mound to throw strikes and compete in the strike zone and get beat by the barrel if we do lose.
The MAC preseason poll was released, and Ohio is far from being at the top of the conference. C, though, says that he likes the fact that his team is laying in the weeds of the MAC hierarchy, and that Ohio could surprise some people due to it being underrated at this moment. For a lot of long-time supporters, the roster that will be on the field for Ohio on opening day might not include many or any familiar faces. C names players like Colton Shirley, who will get a lot of time at first base, Taylor Harris, who hit 14 home runs at Walters State Community College last year, and Cam Boyd, who stole 18 bags at Southern Indiana, as just some of the players he expects to get a lot of good things out of this year. He names a couple of pitchers like Aiden Cook, an Xavier transfer, and then Colin Niemeister and A.J. Dahlmeyer, both from Lake Erie College, as some of those he has high expectations for. As an alum of the Ohio baseball program, some of the things that C wants to do in his first year is to impart on his new players just what the program history is and what it means to be a Bobcat.
Just letting our guys know that what Ohio was and what the possibilities are, and the good runs that they've had throughout the years, even when I wasn't here. With some previous coaches. So to show them, the history of the program, we've talked about a little bit, but I want them to make their own identity moving forward. And I think, we're in a good spot, and I think they understand what the program's capable of.
Ohio will open the season on February 13th against Murray State, who made it to the College World Series last year. For Bobcat Showcase, I'm Marc Goldstein.